Look at that. I started the game and the birds aren't afraid of me. One of them's even under the car. What happens when I move? I can inch just a little bit. Oh, that is adorable. We can drive without scaring the birds. Ah, there they go. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Easy Delivery Company. Last time we took our job and started really getting to know people and just enjoying the comfy factor of a snowy mountain town. Being able to be on the road means that we get a sense for how cold and unforgiving it is out here. But as long as we're cozy in our car and speaking to the people who we work for, well, we don't feel so alone as we otherwise could. I don't know, maybe I did drive back up here and I forgot about it. That's kind of strange. But anyway, that obviously means we're gonna have to fuel ourselves up, as well as our car at some point, but that's expensive, so I think we'll hold off on that. Last time we started to realize that with Easy Company being so huge as it is, things might not all be well around here. Found out that Fishing Village is walled off for some unknown reason, and there's all kinds of shadiness going on. Well, hopefully our new comfy friend will be able to shed some light. Look at that, I just realized once we start turning our wheels we can see the snow getting ground up in it. Alright, if I were to try and take a job right now, because we always need to be making money, say $32.48 from Easy Pizza. That's from all the way down in Easton. How about right here? Or what about you? Nope. You. Okay, this one wins out. It's essentially bidding for jobs. Hi, you. Yo, hear me out. Imagine a machine could do what you're doing, but somehow worse, with a larger margin of error. And it costs decades of environmental decline. Imagine that. I couldn't find any flowers. Do you think a pile of dirt makes a good gift? Probably not. Okay, I swear it said I was picking up pizza. But anyway, let's stash this beer and start heading all the way back up. Wait, snow tires, can you do me right? There we go! Okay, we can start being a little more reckless if we want to be. Do we want to be? That's a good question. Yeah, that was more trouble than I thought it would be. This was not worth the $22. But I guess we need to constantly be topping off. Hopefully it's not too far into Snowy Peaks. I just really need to buy that coffee pot. It will be interesting to know what actually happens with it. Like, do we just use it in our car or what? I love how when you enter this place, it gives you that brief moment where it loads in, where you think, oh wow, the visibility's really bad. Then you remember that it's going to load, and then it doesn't go that much farther in your visibility. Okay, this is tough. Thankfully we have a load that's low to the bed, but then again, any little bounce could send it flying. Now where are we going, you? Headlights in the snow at night, that's what I love to see. After all, the people of this town have got to get their beer somehow, right? It's truly a noble profession. But yeah, at this point we're just swirling up this mountain road. Imagine the things you might see on a night like this. The things that catch in your headlights crossing the road and no one will ever believe you. I'm just saying, a place like this is gotta statistically have at least 4 Yetis, right? One for each peak? I mean, they come with the mountaintop, right? And I must say, things are starting to feel a bit spookier, partly because we're learning that there may actually be something deeper going on here, but also because of the lack of music, and I turned it off for atmosphere at the end of the last episode, but I'm a little spooked because since then I've read a comment saying that there may actually be like copyright issues with them, that maybe people have had problems, and I didn't have any issue with the other ones so far on Patreon, But it's got me a little bit nervous, because if that were to be the case, you know, that would be like an entire video that I have to replace the audio. There we go. An easy day. Now we need to head over to... right, we can't check the map. Howdy, whippersnapper. When you arrived, lad, it felt like just yesterday that Seb was doing deliveries. But I'm too old for that to be true. So it's not just like somebody who was there the day before us, it's somebody who's been gone for quite a while. I suspect it's been much longer than we all think. You're speaking for the others, too. Like you've just been trapped in a bubble this whole time. Alright, well, let's start looking for jobs. We also are... oh wow, we really need gas. Well, let's squander everything we just made. Are we gonna be treated rudely here as well? Couldn't be, right? Exactly who I wanted to see. Prove that there is no such thing as benevolent God. Give me $42. Now go away. Wow, he didn't even fill it up. Okay, we could probably also stand an energy drink. Actually, how much do I have? I still got one. Oh no, that was an empty can. Okay, I'm gonna buy 2 then. Low energy, not while I have anything to say about it. And let's buy another. Oh wow, I'm gonna freeze to death getting drinks at this rate. Come on, come on, make it, make it, make it. There we go. This is exactly the kind of thing I'm trying to prevent by getting a cookpot, or... cookpot? What am I talking about? Anyway, the point is, I need coffee, I need tea. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up freezing on my way up to the radio tower. So, if we have a look at our jobs... local... Winton to Munton. Only $5. But you know what? It's something. Yeah, let's do it. Pick up from Easy Eats. That's the efficient way to play this game. You could always do point A to point B, but you may as well take something so that there's something in your bed. Hey, remember me from just now when I got the beer? Howdy, whippersnapper. In the early days, there were so many of us, but we never talked to each other. Maybe it's better we're fewer now. This little family feels closer together since you and Seb started. It's funny how we have this intrinsic link to the person who did this before, because we're the only ones who have done this. In a way, because of the hostility of the conditions, we're the only ones who have done this. Or I should rephrase, because of the hostility of the conditions, we're the only thing connecting these people. There's an interesting sort of sadness to this that's developed as time has gone on. And it's something that, like, doesn't need to be here in a game like this, yet here it is. So I'm imagining that it's about $50 probably to fill up a full tank, because that was most of what we had. And I think maybe I've gotten just a bit too comfortable with speeding, but in the beginning I was just sort of enjoying the ride. Now I really just want to get there. Which is an attitude that may start to cost me the more treacherous the roads become. There's the pawn shop. Actually, have I really been inside the pawn shop? I think the bakery and the pawn shop might be 2 places I haven't actually explored. Oh my god. Oh, are those mannequins? Yeah, probably. Clear. What do you mean clear? Blind bag, $50. What kind of pawn shop is this? You seem familiar. Do I know you? I'm Cece. What's really in these deliveries? I ought to check, but that's exactly what they'd want me to do. Do you mind? Sure thing. What does clear do? Okay, I was worried that would, like, empty my inventory. Ah, we can throw away! I see. Wow, we've really just been stashing these things this entire time. Alright, well, hopefully you can recycle them or something. I mean, these are the ones that we haven't just been throwing on the ground. Well, that's convenient. I've got to go next door, though. I just love getting to meet these people. All their weird little quirks. And the more you talk to them, well, it's like real conversation. The more you talk to them, the deeper they're willing to get. And the deeper your connections become. Alright, this is the easy auto. Where's the depot? Wow, what an unfortunate price on the job that I need to take. Alright, so we need to go to the top of the peak, and then over to here to get the cooking pot, and then we'll figure out some way to get to that radio tower. Alright, 1-2 hike. It actually is a pretty satisfying part of the game when you're on that map screen, just trying to figure out what the best course of action is from your current position. Okay. Well, I haven't had any issues in the past. Let's put on that radio. But the thing is, I looked on the menu, or I looked on the map at the radio stations, and it does say you might find something new to listen to. So I'm not quite sure why we haven't. It's pretty much been the same couple of songs the entire time. See, when that entire corner is so covered in snow, it makes it really easy to miss. Makes it really easy to swerve right on over if you don't know exactly where the road is. Just fly right off the edge, trusting that it'll be there. You know, I technically wasn't off-road, I was over the road. Yeah, wow, this is super dangerous when you lose track of just where it is. I really hope they don't give us pizzas to bring down from here. And of course on the news, like, it's kind of interesting that it's there as an option, given that it doesn't actually say anything. I mean, because really all it's doing is giving us babble to listen to. I suppose that's the point of podcasts. Which is more my jam. Like, it's weird. I had dismissed this because it doesn't offer any information. But now I'm actually finding it sort of good company. Just Simlish. I should start my own radio station. And I suppose I sort of have. Hey there, Easy Mart. Are you the one we were starting with? Yeah. Hey, mate. Welcome. I'm Theo. How have things been so far? Looks like you're doing great. The more time you spend with the locals, I'm sure the more they'll like you. Oh, I have noticed. We're still getting tutorial stuff because I've only been taking the highest paying jobs. I haven't worried about going to see everyone. What is this place? Oi! I heard you're new. I'm Fives. Did you meet my twin, Sixo, yet? Yes, I have. If Sixo asks you if you want to make some money, just run away. Yeah, I figured. Trying to get me to buy their NFTs and all. Bye. I swear all my money goes to these things at this point. Okay. We've got the beer. All we really do is transport beer around this town, one case at a time. We can't do anything in bulk. There's no planning involved. Oh, wow. Following those power lines would be a very unwise move. It's a good thing this place has those markers on the side. I don't know what it is about fast and blind travel that is so satisfying to humans. I mean, sure, part of it is the warmth when we perceive that we should be cold. I don't know, maybe that activates part of our reward system. Like, hey, you've discovered an adaptation that'll help you in the winter. But I'm talking about, specifically, the fact that we're just flying when we can't see what's in front of us. Wait, so here we, hello? Okay, really thought the game was crashing there. So we need to bring this up and over the bridge. Make that hairpin at the cabin. Actually, I'm not quite sure where I am right now. Maybe around here? Okay, if we make a right and there's a bridge on our left, that's where we're going. What was that? You heard that, right? That sounded like a breath or a gasp in my right ear. Okay, maybe it was the song? I don't know, something about the way that was mixed. That's how it came across. Anyway, there's to Lopton. Kind of an interesting adaptation of the PS1 style, too. How the signs are unreadable as a stylistic choice. Oh, here's a new song. They're unreadable as a stylistic choice, but we can see the text hovering over them as we approach. So it makes it a lot easier to read than it actually would have been if they were normally legible. Alright, so we make that turn there. No, that's actually not right. We need to go upward. Let's just try not to back up off the cliff. That would be unideal. I wonder if the signal strength will improve when we turn this last tower on. We're doing some Far Cry shenanigans up here. The cafe, where I don't believe we've been. There's the depot. That's where I need to stop. Because our goal is further down the road. Howdy there. Cooking pot for $60, wow. I saw Ellie today. Maybe I'll say hello soon. Give me 17 months or so. What if we don't instantly fall in love forever? You should say hello for me. That will cost $60. To say hello? But you better be paying me $60 for that. I'll just be here. Okay, so we've got this thing. And we have new mail regarding cooking. So let's see. Build a campfire with 2 pieces of firewood. Drop a piece of firewood on the ground and place another on top. Start the fire with a lighter. Place the cooking pot on top and add an ingredient. Ingredients vary in yield and cook time. Wood stoves can also be cooked on. Okay, so we can also buy firewood. This is a lot. I mean, it's not a lot, but for a game like this, it's a lot. Okay, so we completed that side goal. And now, just like that, I'm broke again. We're starting to get a bit desperate. Hopefully our fortunes can change in just a moment. And where does one get tea? Where does one get firewood? I don't know how to do any of this. We're close. Here's your beer. With Easy Delivery Company, you never even have to leave the comfort of your home. You know, come to think of it, I keep forgetting that this isn't my business, that I work for a company. So I've got to wonder, I mean, did Seb maybe also get too close to the truth? So I'm looking it up, and nothing is saying anything about needing, like actually needing coffee and tea and all that. So I don't know, maybe I just try it again. Maybe I should be doing this by day? Like, I wonder if you get colder faster at night. That would sort of make sense. It also says that as long as we have the pot, we can make it ourselves at the range. I don't know. All I know is that seeing the flurry of snowflakes across my windshield as I drive down a mountain road is always satisfying. Oh, come on. Out of my way, birds. This is important. I'm trying to do something. It says to make sure to do it at high energy, too, which I'm at fairly high energy. But I don't know. Last time it didn't seem like I really had any chance. So I don't know what to do. It's just this one tower's really, really screwing me up. So there it is. It actually doesn't seem like any bigger than the others. Okay. Lighter. Selected. Let's make sure we warm up first as much as we can. Lighter. There we go. Remember, this staves the cold off a little bit, but not nearly enough. This isn't gonna work, is it? The problem is we're not gonna be able to see. I can't stand it in games when they screw with your vision. Come on, if you could move just a little bit faster, please. Yes, seek shelter. I know. It's very dark and very cold. And I don't know if we're quite close enough. I can see the door there. Come on, come on, come on. We're so close. Enter. Oh, we just barely made it. Let's turn that on. Now it really feels like a survival horror game, doesn't it? The muted sounds of the wind outside while we take shelter up here. Alright, let's see. Turn on. And we've done it. We should now be able to head over to the security gate. All the way at the bottom of the mountain. There we go. Come on. Lighter. Run, run, run. Oh, you are so much faster going down than going up. That makes things significantly easier for us. Did you just fall down the stairs? That is so funny. Just pass out in the snowbank? Well, actually, that's probably deadly. Get your clothes all wet in a situation like this. Okay, going back is easier than going up. We just barely make it. As time's going on, the soundtrack is starting to get more and more mysterious. And I'm still waiting for that moment when a deer is going to try to run across the road and I'm going to swerve to avoid it and end up flying to my doom. But you win some, you lose some. That's the nature of the job. Okay, if I wanted to do an inner city job, which I probably should, we can get a lot of money right now. Ooh, we can even go all the way to Fishing Town for $93. I mean, we are heading there. Okay, let's do it. We'll pick it up on Mutton Peak. Start job. Gotta get it from the bar, because all we do is deliver beer. Okay, this is one of those songs that makes me want to drive as fast and erratically as possible, which is probably not what's needed in the current moment. But at the same time, I can't help it. I mean, it's like going into Lightspeed in Star Wars. All these snowflakes caught in the headlights, they just make me think of, you know, a starship sailing through time and space. It actually acts as a speed enhancer. It gives the impression that we're going faster than we are. Alright, we're gonna come up here and make an immediate left. Wow, these birds really are just year-round, day-round, aren't they? Up we go. No load in the back right now, so we can do as much as we want. I mean, how can you not imagine you're in an 80s music video? A Technicolor backlit neon background? Yeah, for some reason a lot of 80s music videos were in space. If you started singing, that was pretty much a space program, and you had to register as such with the government. Okay. And you know, these bridges definitely don't help with that perception. It's so weird, just this detailless nothing over the abyss. Still, once more, it's making me extremely nervous. It's making me super nervous that this is going to trigger content ID issues. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about all the work I'm going to have to do if it gives me a problem. Because this is the kind of game where you can't just have muted audio for like 20 minutes at a time. I'd have to go in and try and replace it with just random driving sounds. And then I would have to record those random driving sounds. Do I go as far as to, you know, change it with the throttle? I mean, I've done stuff like that before. I still remember years ago when OBS didn't record the audio for the final part of Lost in Vivo. And so what I did was I downloaded multiple Let's Plays of the game with no commentary. I downloaded soundtracks, did all of that, and I actually reconstructed the audio of the entire episode. That is an insane moment in channel history. Alright, which one of you am I picking up from? One of you is. Bar. You're Easy Mart. Neither of you are... No, you're the bar. Let's get another drink. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this drink away for now. Oi! I saw you speaking with MK the other day. MK and Seb used to be inseparable. I hope they're doing okay. Bit mysterious, that guy. Which one, MK or Seb? Ah, but this is good. See, we're finally doing bulk transportation. This is how you do efficiency. And it makes sense given how far this is being taken. Now we've got to go all the way back down. Remember that we're using the lights as guidelines and nothing else. Anything else will steer us right to our doom. Do not lose any of it. It's kind of nice also to have a multifaceted load that we're probably not gonna lose unless something crazy happens, like what almost just happened. I mean, I had started just to accept after a while that if there's more than one box, everything's going but the last one. I actually feel like these moments suit the game better, the ones where you're just slowly trying to negotiate a turn, and figure out what's the best way to do this. That's the appeal of a game like SnowRunner. I think I mentioned in the last episode that I picked it up at some point, and I haven't played it a lot, but I have tremendously enjoyed the way it's played. I mean, it's all about just practical solutions to simple problems, and at the same time, it's got the inherent satisfaction of a driving game, a delivery game like this. Because you know that you're doing it to form a bridge, to create a logistics route that others wouldn't necessarily be able to do. And there's satisfaction in that. I've mentioned before that I actually really like, I like games where the goal is to help people out and preserve life rather than just combat all the time. I like games like that are simulators where you play as emergency services, you know, simulators like this. Just taking jobs and filling a niche. What I would really like right now... Wait, first I gotta figure out where I am. Okay, here's that. I was gonna say, what I would really like right now is to find that cabin. You want to pick up the pace a little bit? I mean, I guess it goes with energy. Now, if we take out our cooking pot... Oh, I guess we do need to buy coffee from somewhere? We can't just do it here? This game feels so different when you're not playing the radio. Well, at least I know at this point that most of the songs should be okay. I'm just really, really paranoid. But I'll tell you something else. We haven't done nearly enough exploration in this game, and so as soon as I drop this off, we're going to start focusing a little bit more on that. A little bit of independent travel, if you will. Because a big part of this game is the secrets, and we have hardly dipped our toes into that. There's still the mystery of that tunnel leading out of Weston, and, well, we're about to head over there now. So we might as well have a look, right? I'm also just going to start poking my head in stores just to see who has what. But if my knowledge of this terrain is correct, we should be coming up on Weston just now. Yep. Those slabs in the fog do not lie. Don't worry, everyone. All the beer is safe. This is really just a game about making beer change elevation. There's the bakery. Hey, you! You feeling alright? Ah, here's where we get tea. Huh? I'm Ellie. Who are you? They call me the crazy one. That's an accomplishment around here. Ever taken a bite out of one of those packages? Can't say I haven't. Okay, well, we can be friends so long as you stay away from my car. Do you think they should teach dolphins how to read? They can read, they just don't tell you. Yeah, okay, great, good. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny that the shy, reserved guy at the other place is crushing on you. Anyway, I will happily take one of these. There you go. Huh? Ellie, who are you? Yeah. The dialogue is kind of weird around here. Okay, great, good. And we can heat that up at a campfire or at the stove. So we learned that. Now, what is it with you? The factory. I imagine we'll be coming here later. But I'd like to do a little bit of early scouting. We learned that that was definitely helpful with the other, with the towers. Whoa. Look at that. That's where the train goes. It's a factory, but a factory for what? Hang on. I can't bring up the map. I don't have a job here. Wait. No, I've lost my job. Excuse me? What happened? I was on a job. Oh, okay, we get it back. Alright, was that the game's way of telling me that that's endgame content? Don't touch for now? Alrighty then. Next thing I need to figure out is where I get firewood. The depot seems like it might be a good place for that. Being able to make this coffee right now would help immensely. Is that... Ah, there we go. We can actually get it from the shelves. It didn't come up before, but it's actually possible that I didn't have the means then. Like, I wasn't allowed. We can get coffee powder, we can get firewood for $20. $20. Yeah, certain things are available here, but are more expensive. Then again, the energy drinks are actually cheaper. Alright, well, let's buy this just to... I actually can't afford it. I actually can't afford it. Alright, well, in that case, give me an energy drink. I did it! I did it! I spoke to Ellie. Wow, it's been a lot less than 17 months. I don't know how it happened. I must have short-circuited. I'm not sure they even heard me. I ran away immediately. That'll cost $4.75. I'll just be here. Well, don't you worry about it. That's the first step. I'm actually legitimately happy for you. Anyways, let's go. And finish our little delivery. Man, just the sight of that factory... I gotta say, we're taking a real surreal turn. And I'm here for it. I can't wait to see where this is going. This whole thing kind of feels like a dream. A dream where you do a repetitive task over and over. Never seem to get anywhere. But it felt so grounded in the beginning. That's the weird thing. I'm really struggling to find the words for this, so I guess I'll just use words I've used before. It's the kind of thing that will vibe with different people in different ways, but much like a dream, it works on an emotional level, even if not necessarily on a literal level. Like, it's hard to explain why it comes across the way it does. Alright. Now we should be able to open this. Wait, I can hear you singing. You're on the other side of the gate now, I guess. I want to see what's down there, though. Open the gate. Hey, how'd you manage that, bud? Wow, that is quite a speed bump. Oh my, ah! Okay, the gate will close on its own after a short time. Alright, we really need to just hit this thing at full speed then. Yep. Wow, it's a speed bump where you actually have to be going above a certain speed to make it. It's good to see you here. I need you to get the supplies from the dam, but it's guarded by more gates. Not as big as this one, though. Seems like with enough force, you could smash through them. Wow. Reed at the Easy Auto here will set you up. They'll still make you pay. It's not their fault. You'll probably need to take some more delivery jobs. In the meantime, I'll figure out a way to get this gate open permanently. You're stuck on this side for now. Oh, great. It's not all bad. There used to be some great spots for ice fishing. I think Fortino has a fishing rod on sale at the depot. Ooh. I wonder if the fish are still biting. Good luck out there. Wow, this really does have some Animal Crossing inspirations, if that weren't already clear. Hey, if we put a cooking pot on, can we use that here? No. Oh, that's annoying. How's about some tea? Okay, so the tea is separate from the tea bags. When we buy tea, it's just giving it to us right away. I should not have drank that right now. But if we have a look at our map... Oh, look at this. It's a whole thing. And there's another radio tower, however, seemingly isolated in the middle of... Is that a lake? Well, I guess it must be. Looks like there's also another tunnel exit all the way down there. So, unlike the other places, these roads aren't nearly as straightforward, a lot more winding. In the meantime, it looks like we need to keep left. But that train is ever present. I really love how every area represents a different driving experience. And we've got the verticality of the starting area, we've got the treacherous roads of the peaks, and here we have something that's more chill, but a place where you can wander, a place where you can maybe get lost. So tea helps keep us warm for a time. Coffee is what we really need for getting our energy up. If we wanted to go to the pawn shop and wanted to ram those gates, how much is it going to set us back? Bumper bar. Once more, I wish I knew how much it was. It'll probably say so in the goals. 125 for the fishing rod, and 100 for the bumper bar. Okay, so we're gonna be at this for a little while then. I mean, we'll have our 100 when this job is done, but we're gonna have to take a few more around here. Thankfully, I am just fine with that. Because this is a game where it's so easy to lose track of the time, and, well, unlike most games, I don't mind that. I feel like with all the stress of trying to get everything together so I can take a week off at the end of the month, this is just what I needed. I am so lost here. To Smalton, to Damton. Okay, so I guess this is the right way. Oh, so many signs. This way. And to Damton. Okay, now I know where I am on the map. This is kind of spooky. Let's put on the radio and see what we get. Well, it does seem that most of the stations are actually working now, so that's nice. Chilling on company time. Gotta love it, don't you? Oops. Careful not to run off the road. Leaving Clifton, to Smalton, to Damton. Oh, hey, we're actually gonna be passing under that bridge. That train just leads everywhere. I had mentioned that this whole game just feels like we're playing in a little snow globe. It's kind of a necessity of the chibi art style. But that makes the little train set inside the one store feel like it's, I don't know, a recursive snow globe. Like the layers just go deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay, Damton is this way, which means this is where we're delivering to. Upper Damton. Okay, I'm gonna need some help with that then. Looks like Upper Damton is exactly where we're headed. This is the kind of game where you just find your head involuntarily swaying back and forth to the music, huh? It's like the exact opposite of head bumping. Or rather, a close cousin, not opposite. There we are. Now look, we're not going to be able to buy what we want right away anyways. So instead what I'm going to do is go check the cafe and see what we can get. After all, I could use the rest after coming all the way down from the peaks. There we go. Recovery's needed. $90-something. Have an easy day. Now, I really am in need of some energy. What have you got for me? Coffee? Don't mind if I do. Fancy seeing you here. You can deliver my package any day, if you know what I mean. Get it? 'Cause you're the delivery driver? That'll cost $4.75. Love watching you walk away. Yeah. I'm just gonna have a seat over here and listen. Look at that. You know what? I think I'll even take another one. There we go. It's fine. It's not creepy because it's a video game. And once more, when you come in from the cold like this, any interaction feels like it's worth its weight in gold. Let's make sure we get rid of our empty cans. I don't know why I find it so adorable that this is actually a feature in the game. Okay, we're gonna need some gas soon as well. But more importantly, we need to take some local jobs. The inner city option has actually been removed since we can't do them anymore. Okay, we are in Damton. We need to go to Smalton, and then from there we can go from Smalton to Clifton. Ah, we're picking up from the Easy Cafe again. Well, if you like walking... If you like watching me go, imagine when I come back. Every once in a while, I wonder whether I should be flirting with everyone I meet. But then I remember everyone I meet is incredibly attractive. Well, I guess that'll do it. It definitely beats the accusation of you just being nice. To be honest, though, I'm not sure which way of looking at that is worse. Anyway, let's close up. And where are we going? Just straight across. Wait, so if we move... yeah, we're gonna want to go back this way. This area is so confusing to navigate. Because not only are there so many turns, so many of them result in dead ends, and it's easy to lose your sense of orientation. But I think I've got it now. Once you find that connecting road, it's pretty easy to get a sense for north and south. Alright, so here's the intersection, which means we can just keep going up and around the curve. Again, was that the thing? Also, it looks like we can maybe, if we hit it with enough speed, jump that gap? Is that a shortcut, or is there actually something up there? Maybe it was just the sound of the beer sliding back there. I wasn't actually looking at it. Okay, we're going to Smalton. Oh no, though. We can't really go that way. We're gonna have to take the long way around. If only I hadn't bought that second cup of coffee, I'd actually be able to afford the thing on the way back. But now I can't. Look at how blind we are. I mean, it feels simultaneously like we're hardly moving at all and like we're going 1,000,000 miles an hour. The lack of visibility combined with the speed is really doing something for me in this part. I love it. And it's very different from how this place looked by day. I wonder if the weather does actually change with time or if it's just my perception that's changed. By the way, I can't help but have my eyes drawn to the right. I'm still in Yeti mode. No matter how much I try to think logically, I am still in Yeti mode. They're out here. Why else would there be deer crossing signs? Deer are prime prey for Yetis, and wherever you find deer, you'll find Yetis. Well, wherever you find deer and snow. Those are the two prerequisites. Okay, I'm crossing a bridge. That means we've come further than I thought. We must have come all the way around the lake and are heading up this way. Which means we're going to want to take the next right. Yep, almost didn't see it. You know, we're working with our friend who we found in the woods to commit acts of sabotage against this big company that basically owns the town. Sometimes I forget that we're actually involved in dismantling a conspiracy. Or at least I assume that's where this is heading. Songs like this, they sort of remind me of what we're actually doing here. It's so easy to get lost in the mundanity of the job that's supporting it all. By the way, I like how after about a day on the job, we've trusted some random stranger to pretty much go against our new bosses. Alright, there's our money. You know what, I'm just gonna head back. I'm gonna head back and spend this money while I've got it, because I think it's gonna save us a lot of trouble being able to break down these barriers as early as possible. I'm gonna keep doing jobs here for a while though, because I will admit I'm very curious to learn what the fishing does. Hey, the sun's coming up. We can actually get something of a look at our surroundings. That frozen lake, I wonder if we can actually walk out on it. You know, that would be about the only way to get over to the radio tower, wouldn't it? And look, yeah, we can see those little huts. I'm getting flashbacks to the long dark. I don't have anything in the bed of the truck right now. I don't know if I trust this enough to go out there with the truck, but maybe we can do something here. Let's also make sure that we've got some energy so we can move. We can enter. And there's a little stove. Hang on. Oh, this doesn't count as shelter. We can't light this. Okay, well, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. Also, I can't see anything. So for once, going inside doesn't count as shelter. Well, we're doing this again. Hey, so what's that? What's making that noise? Because it sounds like the unearthly rattling of the Bone Brigade to me. Hello? Someone's mumbling. Oh my god! Oh wait, what? What just happened? Did it spawn us someplace we, like, couldn't survive? I have no idea where we are. And there's not really any way for me to find out. I mean, I guess we could use the central stack, the central lake, as some sense of direction. Okay. Alright, we're going to Clifton. There's the easy auto. Could use this. Need to cause some property damage in a hurry. Oh? I remember what I was supposed to tell you. Seb was babbling about easy code programming. Something about the SD unit? And the cluster? Does that make any sense to you? Bumper bars. These will let you smash through things. Oh wow, I didn't realize we were being that upfront about it. That will cost $100. Your upgrade will be installed right away. Thank you very much, sir. All set. Ooh, there's something else. Ice chains. What do those do? Well, I guess we don't need it just yet. Anyway, we can clear those tasks. And now we need to infiltrate the hydro dam and retrieve the supplies. Oh, also we've still got that can in our hand. That is hilarious. Hey, bud, I need a job. It was us. Seb said we're the cluster or something. And that's why they were so worried. Oh, we're going meta with this. Either the game's code is coming apart or we're all automatons. Welcome to Easy Auto. How might we assist you today? Is there some sort of Truman Show thing going on here? Like this whole thing just exists to give us something to do, which I suppose is the literal textbook definition of what a game is. And really, this is a game boiled down into its simplest components. Oh, well, there goes all those boxes. Not like we were using them anyway. Okay, we need to go out this exit. I keep forgetting that this town only has one road. Sometimes making these turns is really satisfying. I mean, you can feel the truck leaning over, see the things swaying in the back, even if they don't have all that far to go. Although in this area in particular, I'm starting to become very aware of the level of detail loading on the trees. Okay, this way to Damton. It's crazy how we've gone from actually making decent money in the first episode, even before we went to the peaks, to just kind of scrounging bit by bit here. We need to do a bit more exploration, but I don't know, I've never felt like it was efficient, but maybe that's the whole point of the exploration. You have to be a bit inefficient to make it happen. We're actually not turning up this way. Or we can. We're just not going to Upper Damton. Right up here. Have an A1 day. Now here's what I'm wondering. Are we going to be able to go all the way across the dam? Because if so, we could maybe take a job from here and then go across the bridge? There's a whole lot of back and forth. You know what? Forget it. Let's just ram the gate and see how we do. Everybody seems happy to assist. Boom! And let's open up the other side as well. You hear that? Wow. Even in the car, that is absolutely deafening. And look. Now, we could go in the front doors, as nature intended. Excuse me! These things are just respawning right behind us. But what if we try going in the side? I've also noticed the radio seems to cut out while we're on top of the dam. Come on. Oh, we are just arbitrarily restricted from going up to that door. After all, if we could go in that way, we wouldn't have to buy all this stuff. Let me in. This is not what I expected to be doing in this game, I'll tell you that. Wow, we are really getting down there. In fact, the longer it takes, the more unnerving this feels, like it's a trap. I don't feel good about this. This may be why you wanted me to play. Oh, look at these darkened storage closets. Is that really the only thing down here? Something tells me it's not. It's subtle, but there's a bit of an eerie soundtrack to this as well, like something scraping down here. Walkies. Come on. I can try keying it, but I'm not hearing anything out there. Is that all? Our options are limited here. Get me out of here. This provides some light in an enclosed space. The elevator music comes back on the higher up we go. It's like it's dipping us down outside of this world when we go down there. Well, we've got everything we needed at least, and I don't want to go back there. Well, you know what they say, nothing is scarier. That's a general rule for horror. Setting your expectations, setting the mood, and then having the whole thing pass while nothing came for you, well, that can be scarier than anything they'd come up with. Okay, if we pick up from Smalton and bring to Clifton, that should be all we need. Ah, and we're picking up from Easy Eats. We're gonna get to talk to MK. Here we go. I like how this is just a normal part of traversal in this town. There's some docks down there. Whoa! It's all good. It's all good. We didn't have anything in the bed. Wow, things have gotten really exciting in this part, haven't they? I'm going to end it soon. I thought I was going to do more, but this is kind of taking a bit longer than expected, but I think we're starting to see what the deeper nature of this game actually is. That not only is there a conspiracy regarding this company, but the nature of our reality may be something more than what it seems. And that is quite a thing to package into the fun little driving game. Oh wow, we are also desperate for fuel, so we're not making any money. Fuel and energy. Yeah, let's have that coffee. Okay, so from now on, our energy spot is definitely going to be the cafe. Howdy, whippersnapper. Golly, I'm knackered. It's been a splendid little while, hasn't it, whippersnapper? It sure has. Nice to spend some time with dear old Foreman. Hence why it's a pizza delivery. Anyways, gas time. We've really got, like, no good way to make money unless we just grind over and over again in this part. Yep, just leave it all right there. Surely this will have no environmental impact. I'd go over there and untie your shoes, but you're not worth the effort. That's $37.50. You don't have enough funds. Your tank will be partially filled for $31.61. Now go away. $6 left, but I don't have any money. Oops, screw you too. Yeah, it definitely gets lower visibility at night. I mean, beyond just the obvious reasons. I love this. You're in your own little world. It's like you're sleepwalking, like you're dreaming. Until the very moment you arrive at your destination and you have to go in and talk to someone. On our way to Clifton, so we're going the right way at least. This is the road we took last time and didn't quite make it all the way. Yep, oh no. Look at that. All we've done for these people, and there's our funds just reset to zero. You're probably meant to grind out some inner city jobs in the meantime, and perhaps that's what we'll do next. There's our exit. That factory, that's where the train goes. That's where a structure that I never thought I'd see before in my life was. And I imagine that's going to be where we are ultimately headed, where the final confrontation and the truth will be revealed. In fact, it's so different that, oddly enough, it's available from the beginning, and yet it completely prevents us from bringing our jobs there. You know what? I think we should go there early. I think we should see what we can see before we're meant to be there. I don't know what it is. I've got a bit of an adventurous spirit right now. Nope, pick you up. There you go. I've got to have something in my inventory, right? Now, let's have a look at our objectives. We've infiltrated the dam. Now we need to bring the supplies to MK at the security gate. Now in this part, others have acknowledged MK, acknowledged that he's kind of a mysterious fella. But, I don't know. We were kind of given these directions right out of the gate, and I wonder, can we trust this? Well, we certainly are hardwired not to trust our company. But hardwired may be exactly what we should be thinking about. Everyone a robot or reality a simulation? I even mentioned that right from the very first screen, how, you know, the way the UI appears to us, it's almost like we're a robot. If I were to do any game, no commentary, this would probably be one of the better choices, huh? I mean, the atmosphere is its own thing. You could just watch this on loop for hours and hours, just 10 hours continuous gameplay of this, and it would just be something you could have on in the background. Alright, what we're doing right now is we're picking up something from Damton, or just around the corner from Damton, so that we can bring it up to the mountaintop town. That'll get us out of here. That's the intersection. So either of these should be fine, so long as we don't cross the dam. We're looking for the easy depot here. There we are, the light guides us in. In the beginning, I thought that the light wasn't actually very easy to spot, but here it's worth its weight in gold. I spoke to Ellie for hours yesterday. I've never feared the future before because I had nothing to look forward to. Now that I do, I'm a little afraid. But I've decided that the unknown is what makes life exciting. It is absolutely crazy how much that maps onto my own life, but maybe you could say the same for anything. Close, thank you. Alright, we're getting out of here. Have a look at this. We need to go all the way out and down. I love this song. It just gives the air that there's some great mystery, and we're on the trail of it. It makes me feel like a detective. Yep, that was a pretty sizable ramp to the side there. I think there's definitely places we can get this vehicle that we're not meant to, someplace not accessible from the road. Or maybe it's just a shortcut, who knows, but what good is a shortcut when you risk everything flying out and going in a million different directions? No, I think that's for us. I think disobedience is key here, after all the entire story is based on that. We use the story to open up different areas of the map, but other than that, we could just stop and idle doing our job for as long as we want, right? I think we have to keep right in order to find that tunnel. Oh, look at that bridge. You know, usually we don't have the opportunity to see it from the side, but there's actually quite a bit to it. Hang on, what was that out there? Nope, camera's not going to let us see. There's something down there on the ice. Huh. That's very tempting. Okay, well, keep in mind that it's there. Keep in mind that it's there. Don't let me forget it. I'm going to come back here. First thing next episode, I'm going to come back here and we're going to start testing boundaries. We're going to start driving on the ice. And we're going to see what's over there. I'm not... Oh no, we've completely missed our turn. We need to get off at the Clifton exit. Well, you know what? I'm guessing that those new tires that are for sale at the Easy Auto are probably what's going to enable us to drive out there. So, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, or rather stop crossing bridges when we no longer need them because bridges are obsolete. There's the exit. The tower guides us in. Hey there, MK, I've got the stuff. Now you can sing over the radio. Great, you've got the handheld radios. I just finished with the gate. It'll stay open for good now. Thank you for your help so far. I guess I owe you an explanation. An explanation would be great. There's something wrong with the shopkeepers. I started to notice. Every day that passes, they seem to be getting more ill. It's gotten a lot worse since you started the deliveries again. Don't worry, I don't blame you. They've grown so much since you started, and you've given them all a reason to keep going. And to keep me going. I know a way to help them. It's not perfect, but at least they'll be here. I need you to get those ice chains to the Easy Auto here. We need them to get into that factory. I'll meet you there. It's just through the tunnel in Weston. Good luck out there. Okay, so we'll be able to stay in touch. It almost feels like we're reaching a conclusion already. But no. I'm not ending this without satisfying my curiosity in at least one direction that we didn't have to. We just need to bring this to Weston real quick. I mean, I just don't understand it. It's such a juxtaposition between the story and the vibes. It feels like we're bringing down this big, shadowy organization, and at the same time, we're practically falling asleep while we're doing it in a good way. And when we were in those tunnels, after I froze the second time, and we were just spawned as a flaming wreck careening down a cliff, only on the screen for a few seconds, well, it almost felt like a creepypasta version of the game. But the more I played, the more that's what this entire thing feels like. It feels like the kind of thing you see in the discount bin, you know, a $3 PS1 game in the mid-2000s, and you take it home. It's cool for a while, but you wonder why you've never heard of it. And then things start to get a little weird. If that's true, then it's really cool that they managed to package it in this way, actually Trojan horse this, instead of that being the selling point like so many games. And at the same time, still being good at its original premise. Oh wait, what am I doing? The cafe is right here. Hey you. Honestly, you're a sight for sore eyes. Fancy seeing you here. If we were binary code, I'd be a 0, because you're the only one I need. Smooth, we'll talk later. But also, I'm not entirely sure you're not binary code. That's how binary works, right? That'll be 475. Love watching you walk away. I'll have another too. Could use some tea as well. Have you spoken to Fortino, that sad guy, recently? Every time I see them, they run away and hide. That'll be 350. No, I actually haven't, really. Unless I'm not sure about who Fortino is. Anyway, we've got our tea, we've got our energy, and we've got some money. Let's go investigate that camp in Fishing Village. There we are. Let's get out as close as possible. Have our tea. It should keep us warm. And get out the lighter. I am also wondering if the daylight doesn't keep us somewhat more protected. Oh god, is this actually gonna work? Seems like maybe it is. What's down here? These camera angles certainly aren't doing me any favors. Hey, look, somebody made a snow kitty. That's fun. What else is here? Oh, I guess that's all there is to it, huh? Alright, let's get out of here before we die, since death seems to be rapidly approaching. Wow, this is rapidly killing us. We might have to take shelter in the gatehouse. There we go. Hopefully that works for us. It looks like it is. Oh, and it seems like your solution to this was to just break the panel. That's a bit of off-screen aggression. I don't know why it disturbs me a little bit. I mean, it's just doing what it takes. But still, the fact that it happens off-camera and all he says is that he's kept it open, I don't know. Doesn't sit right. Wow, the chains are gonna cost $300. Alright, well look, I'm gonna start doing some jobs. We're gonna make that money. Some of it I might cut because we've, you know, traversed the same ground a lot. I know that's like the main point of this game, but I think in the next episode, before we go see what he's doing at the factory, we're gonna go investigate some of the things we've seen off to the sides. We're gonna take some ramps, literally ramping off of terrain, and we're gonna see what that thing was under the bridge in the lake. Not to mention see that last radio tower, but all that will have to wait until next time. The plot is thickening, and it seems that the fate of the whole town might be in our hands, which is quite an escalation. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.